So we're here ready to do our new podcast where we interview professionals, businesses, community organizations, and more.
But I thought we were here to interview artists.
Well, yeah, we're going to be interviewing all types of artists, musicians, poets, singers, dancers, painters, whatever your craft is, we welcome you to come to our podcast and tell us who you are, locally and abroad.
Or is it more about relationships and why those in love wear matching outfits?
Well, to each his own when it comes to outfits. We like to dress alike, of course. And it does matter how we look, both individually and as a couple. We represent each other, right?
Right. So, since you said that, shouldn't this really be about beauty?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to share some of my beauty tips, of course. I mean, that's what I do. Oh, yes, darling, because you do know that I am a Mary Kay consultant, and I've got to let them in on some of my secrets. Anyway, you know, because when you look good, you feel good.
Speaking of look good, feel good, that reminds me that this is more about the vegan, plant-based lifestyle, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Plant-based living saved my life. Fighting diabetes, you know, changing my lifestyle to the vegan lifestyle has really improved my health. And so we're going to show everybody how to eat right, tasty dishes that are good for you, and have some guests who can help us with those culinary arts.
That's what's up. So what about the reflections and encouragement of the day? Isn't that what it's really about?
I think at the end of the day, people are going to want to know, what is ChynaGroove? I'm ChynaDog.
I'm DGroove.
And together, we are ChynaGroove. Really? Did you say,
I did. I did. I'm feeling a little off today, as you can imagine. Once again, it is on. We come to you on another Saturday evening. I know it's been a while. ChynaGroove Podcast went on vacation and enjoyed it and stayed.
We went on staycation.
Yeah, we stayed on vacation.
Well, we got out of there. We was outside.
We definitely were outside in the heat.
We was outside.
It was 113 or 14. It was just hot.
Is that even legal?
It felt illegal.
I felt violated.
We're going to have some clips from that trip down to the land of Dallas. That's going to be coming up. We were going to do it on this show on today. Stay tuned for that one next weekend, though, because we have a former Miss USA on.
Yeah, she was really dope, down to earth.
As well as some others. People of note.
People of note.
People of note in the business world. I don't know what to say. I'm going to just go ahead and start it off. That's why we started off with Black. This man was an inspiration. He was And I still have to get used to saying was. I don't like that.
Don't make me cry.
I don't like that. If you ever had the privilege and the honor of coming into his presence, having him speak to you, or just being at one of his performances, you know that the man was all about hip hop. But not only that, he was all about people.
More or less. Yeah.
He was one of the very few industry individuals that I knew that really did everything he could to try to help others get on.
In real life.
Whether it was advice, whether it was providing an opportunity, it did not matter. This brother was like, what you want? What you need?
He was real though.
He was real.
He was trash. He was going to let you know.
He's not for the faint of heart. That is for sure.
That's what we love.
And that's what you have to love and appreciate about him, because you knew he was shooting straight from the hip and he wasn't going to hold back. Period. In case you're wondering who we're talking about, and I'm going to change the background because that's just what I do. We're talking about our brother, the one and the only, the undisputed king of the clubs.
King
with a capital King.
Shown enough. Lots of jewels in his crown.
Fatman Scoop. Much loved, much respected, gone too soon. We're bringing on a couple of folks who knew him, and I'm not going to go into, how. Some of which I know, some I don't. So
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
That's right.
But this was something that I felt in my heart, and I felt compelled to do on this day, just because the news hit me like a ton of bricks early this morning. And I, like others, I just didn't want to believe it at all.
It's unbelievable.
But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I could just keep going on. And next thing you know, 2 hours have passed.
I just want to say the work ethic of this man was just amazing. Like through COVID, through sickness, through health, through life struggles. We never knew how much he went through and what he was going through, because he went so hard in the paint, you couldn't even tell.
Indeed.
And it's just, the young people in the industry today need to learn from his life. They need to go back and really study the work ethic.
Yes.
Because when we say we outside, he all over the world.
Nah, he was outside of the outside.
Yo, we would be in the Asian restaurant ordering food and hear a song in Russian, and he in the background like...
And he's on the mix, in the mix. It was so funny. We was ordering from our favorite restaurant, and the song came on, and we both looked at each other and was like, "Is that? I get it." It was a K-pop song, wasn't it?
I think so. Was it in Russian or Japanese?
It was a Japanese. It was a K-pop song.
Unbelievable.
Yes, it was. And once you hear that voice, you know it's unmistakable. It's Fatman Scoop, Crooklyn Clan.
Yeah, all day.
But we've got a couple of folks joining us. Chrissy, and I think it's funny, a.k.a. Otis.
What up, Otis?
I love it. I love it.
I don't know who we're going to get tonight, though.
I'm waiting to see the cameras pop on and see if they're going to let us be blessed with their presence visually as well before I put them on the spot and just throw them on. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes we be incognito.
Yeah, and that's okay too. If you just want to be heard and not seen, we completely understand. Just letting you know we getting ready to come to you.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, wait a minute. You know what? Before that, I want to play something.
Uh-oh. Don't take me there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it there. I gotta say this, and this was something that was very special, and I'm gonna lower the music because I gotta run this story down. Of course, this is my lovely wife, Mrs. Camille. ChynaDog, College,
together
Washington.
We make ChynaGroove.
She is China. I am Groove. Put them together, you got ChynaGroove.
Is it a show or is it a podcast, though?
Tonight, in honor of Scoop, It's a show.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes. Let's go. Oh, sorry. I can't even. Sorry. So, long story short, Fatman Scoop came on the air during the pandemic. And he was very, very, very instrumental in basically keeping a lot of folks sane and keeping everybody entertained. Sane and entertained. Bars.
Sane and
entertained.
Even though it was, some insane entertainment.
It was, I did that. I like how you did that. I
did that right there.
And it was definitely some sensible ignorance.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. You had to have been there because I can't even describe to you the level.
I don't know. Was that buck week? I don't know. The level
of insecurities. I cannot even begin to explain to you the levels of sensible ignorance that persisted on his live nightly. But it was entertaining. It was informative. It made you laugh. It made you cry. It made you get angry. It made you get bothered. It ran the whole entire spectrum of emotions.
Most of all, it gave voice to a lot of artists and people in the industry, different industries, that's not just the music industry, but different fields of entertainment and media to come together and just be themselves on a level that was just like, yo, I can't believe I was just talking to this person that did this in the industry, and they so cool.
Exactly.
Like in real life.
And we got Mr. Jai Guns sitting in the waiting room. Can't wait to get to you, my brother. Long time no talk to. Hope you are doing well. We'll get you on in a second. I just saw you back there getting ready. You're in the green room, making sure your face looks all right and all that. And I got you. But so on his show, it was on every night. And if he missed a night, people were like, where is that? And he always talked about wanting to get back outside. Now, he entertainer, he did a lot of interviews. And one night he said he was looking for a DAT machine because he wanted to digitize. And just in case you don't know what a DAT machine, it stands for digital audio tape.
It's from the 1900s.
Like a cassette tape, but CD quality and then some, and it was nice. It was an outdated piece of equipment. So
it's from the 1900s in real life. Yes.
So when he said that, it sparked something in me because I was also looking for one at one point, but I just kind of left it alone and didn't think about it because I had some material that I needed to transfer from an artist that I used to manage. And so when he said that, I began the hunt. I found one the week after that, and I purchased it, had it shipped to me, tested it out. It worked fine. I talked to Scoop, told him I had it, told him I was going to ship it to you. And in his ever so strong and familiar voice, he said, now, hold on a minute.
He came to the house.
I don't want you to send that in the mail or ship it or whatever, because it might get damaged and I don't want to be responsible for that or be the cause of that. So I'm going to come get it from you. I said, what? I'll never
forget that day. He pulled up like...
I said, well, you're going to do what? and sure enough, he did. This man, I don't know if he drove from New York, but if you don't know his story, he's from the Virginia Beach area. He's got family there. I believe he was on his way to or from seeing his family there. So he just stopped by the house one day, pull
up on you,
and just knocked on the door and said, what up? So I gave him the DAT machine. He took it and he asked me how much, and I told him whatever you decide at the end. I just gave it to him on faith. I didn't take no money at that point in time. I just wanted this man to be able to get done what he needed to get done, and that was it. He had that machine for a good 6 months. He had it for at least a good 6 months. I didn't worry about it because I knew it was in good hands.
Indeed.
And then he dropped it back off. The wife was there. He ended up taking a picture with us. Long story short, he greased my hand with something. And then I at that point in time, the money didn't even matter to me because, like I said, I needed to get the machine anyway. But that's just how real this brother really and truly, honestly was at all times.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He cared about something. He needed it. He could have easily just said, yo, go ahead and send it.
The platform is so strong. I see everybody coming in strong right now. The platform is so strong still to this day. When people were in crisis and in need, everybody will pull together in their own way and help people. If he couldn't get to you himself, he would, people will volunteer and help people out monetarily.
Definitely.
Or, you just never knew what somebody was going through.
There was two people during the pandemic that kept me sane. D-Nice and Fatman Scoop.
Yep, that's it.
Hands down. I was bouncing back and forth between them two. And that's what kept me musically in tune and just funny bone tickled and just all kinds of hilarity and as Tony Baker said, some haberdasheries and hemoglobins.
All types of shenanigans.
And so, you fast forward, he gave the machine back and he knew that Mrs. China Doll and I were engaged at the time. So I came up with the idea. I was supposed to, well, not formally. There's a long story behind that, but I'm not going to go through that one. So long story short, I had gone to Tampa, Florida to work the Super Bowl. And the plan was to actually propose to her on Fatman Scoop's show. Now, those of you who are on there may remember, this is when I think he went to Japan. And when he came back from Japan, he was feeling a little under the weather. So we couldn't connect. My work schedule couldn't make it happen. So fast forward, I came home. We got engaged at her video shoot for a song that she was recording. I surprised her. Surprise, surprise. And then Scoop said he wanted to come to the wedding. I said, no problem. Once again, no. He was outside.
He was out of the country.
And he was out of the country. He was over in Europe this time, doing some shows over in Europe. So he didn't want to let me down. So this brother recorded what you were about to hear the Friday before we got married. I got it in an email. Or was it that Saturday? No, we were leaving
I don't know,
Saturday.
but don't y'all feel like that was a long explanation? Yeah, Shanta. Shout out to Shanta.
Shouts out to Shanta checking in as well. But I'm going to go ahead and, after that long explanation,
I love the long explanation.
I'm going to go ahead and play it. All right, you ready?
What'd he do? Is it going to play? You got to click play. Y'all tell him click play.
I'm building up suspense, y'all.
You suspended.
Wow. All right, here we go. Everybody
Groove
ready?
Graham.
Here we go.
Fatman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, and right here, right now, we're about to bring the man and wife in this building the proper way the first time. They met in 2005 when he worked on The Wire at a cast party and she was a hairstylist. 15 full years later, ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the first time as husband and wife, I now give you Kimia Washington and Derek Washington. Here we go. Welcome them into the next part of their life. Let's go. Bass drop, bass drop, bass drop, bass drop, bass drop, bass drop. Oh, 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 oh.
I got chills.
Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Man and wife now.
You know they gonna flag us.
At this point, I don't even care.
Oh my goodness, I got chills.
I
Just
got to
hear
play
his
this
voice.
for a man, Scoop.
Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Man and wife now.
He could hype a party up and not even in the building, y'all.
Make noise.
Yes, girl, the biggest heart.
Make noise. Washington family. I can't hear y'all.
They know to say turn up the volume.
Make noise. Washington family. I can't hear y'all. If you let it go now, be quiet. If you let it go now, be quiet. If you let it go now, be quiet. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we go now. Man and wife.
So as you can imagine, we played this for our reception, a room full of people. And as soon as that acapella voice of his, that booming voice hit the speakers, everybody is looking around the room thinking Fatman Scoop's getting ready to bust through the doors, and his his shuffle, that I call it, that he always did.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then we came strutting in, and I mean, it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moment.
Yes, Shanta, he went in like for us, like y'all gonna make me cry. Oh my goodness. You just never know how one person can touch millions of people, whether it's in person, through the radio, through the TV screen, through your phone. Like tonight, it's just all about Scoop. For the rest of our lives, we got to remember him. Don't let the legacy get quiet.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, because he affected so many different people in so many different ways. It's hard to really put it into words. And that's why, really, honestly, you know, I didn't want to disrespect him by putting it out there in the group chat that we all were on this morning. But I really wanted folks to be able to share what this brother meant to them in their own words. You know, I don't want to actually have to be the one saying it. And if you're trying to get into the studio, we apologize. We're at our 10-person limit for right now, so we're gonna keep you on standby. So just hold on. We're gonna start getting to some of these folks so we can talk to the folks that we have in the room. It's a lot of folks. I see, let's see, we got Shanta H. We're going to come to you because I see you're the main one right now that is actually on video. We got some others, you know, if you're ready to go, just go ahead and start your video, and that way we know you're good to go, and we'll go ahead and come to you. And Shanta H., I definitely agree with you. When I heard it this morning, wifey had gone into the salon to take some clients, so she wasn't even aware. I kind of sent her a message about what happened to him on stage, but you know, of course, she was with the client, so she did not know until after we all heard the terrible news. And shouts out to IMKVJ, who was his videographer, business partner, right-hand man, whatever you want to call it. But he was very instrumental in getting the whole Sensible Ignorance family together. And to his credit, he waited until he made sure that he had as many people, or if not everybody that he knew of, in the place. So we're going to bring to the stage, like I said, Miss Shanta H.
Hey, Shanta.
Oh, hi,
how are you doing?
How am I
Girl.
doing?
Yes.
Right now, I'm fair, but today was a tough day.
Indeed,
Yeah,
indeed. So, you know, I don't want to start with the obvious. Give us your thoughts, or give us, how did you meet Fatman Scoop? How did he come into your life, as far as you know? Just how?
COVID.
Okay.
Like, I was in the house, you know, as we all were, and I just so happened to pop on his live because I used to watch him when he had that sitcom Man and Wife. I don't know if y'all familiar with that.
Yes.
I used to watch that faithfully. So when I saw him on live, I popped on the live, and I'm sitting there watching him. I think he said in the live, "Is my hair messed up?" I said in the comments, "Yes, your hair is messed up. You need to go do your hair." And he pulled me on. He clicked for me to go live, and I declined it. And you know him. He's like, "If I send you a live request, come on the live, say what you gotta say, blah blah blah." So after I went on after I went on live that time, that was it. Like, we were like connected. That's my best friend.
And you know what? That it's funny that you say that, because he was like that. If you made a comment and he felt so inclined to just throw you in there, he just, like you just said, he would go to your name, bam, and next thing you know, oh, hold up. So you had to be right when you went on his lives, because it was possible he would come to you at any given time.
Yes. The first time he did it, I got scared. Like, oh my God, he called me on the live.
We couldn't never tell. We thought it was part of the show when we jumped on.
Exactly. And I remember the first time that I went on, it was, I'm sitting in there. I had just gotten back into making beats. And I said, let me just go ahead and throw my name in there. And I wasn't even expecting him to put me on. And I'm sitting there. Luckily, I was ready to go. But it's just same story as you. It was just like, bam, here you are. You're live. Give us what you got.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that. And that's just how it was. And you know what? It's funny. And that just goes to show you the type of person that he is. I had the impression that you had known Scoop way before that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think we clicked because we both are from Harlem, and he knew people that I knew. So that's why him and I started to become, friends.
Gotcha. And I see Shanito has got his video on, even though he's sitting in the ride.
I'm driving right now, guys.
It's all good. Be safe, brother. Be safe. And we definitely appreciate you joining and checking in. And, in tribute to our brother, our friend, Fatman Scoop. And now I'm going to see if I'm right with this one. I was wrong with Shanta, but I'm going to see if I'm right with this one. I distinctly get the impression that you have known Scoop before his lives and before COVID. Nope. 2 strikes. If I'm on Family Feud, I got to watch out because I'm getting ready to hit that 3rd strike. So give us your take on how you came into, or how Fatman Scoop came into your existence and life.
It was during COVID. I wasn't even a social media person. I think I probably had maybe 150, 200 people on my personal on my personal page until COVID. And one day it was weird. It was so weird. Of course, I listen to Be Faithful all the time. Like that's it's a classic. But it was weird because he would go live and I would get excited. Like I would look for 3 p.m. I live on the East Coast. On the West Coast. 3 p.m. every day because that was when he would go live. And I wasn't a live person. I didn't go live. I would have never done that if it wasn't for COVID. And then, of course, I met Scoop. He would bring on anybody, and then contribute. I mean,
anybody.
Then, yeah, you were there. So, I mean, I say 365 in the chat because I can think of a memory every day, and I probably will for the next year think of a memory in honor of him. But he was awesome. Indeed,
and there's so many. He gave us so much. You know what I'm saying? He and that was what I really loved about the brother was he just gave so much of himself, but at the same time, you realize that you are dealing with or you are having this individual that is supposed to be like, I don't want to say above everybody else, but this man was the business. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he and I go back, and I don't know if a lot of folks realize this, but when I was in college, I had a college radio show, and this is when he was at Tommy Boy Records, and he was actually my record rep.
His age right there. Was that in the 1900s?
It was in the mid 1900s. Yes, it was. But he was the person that I went to get records from the artist that was on the Tommy Boy roster at that time to play on the air, and he was also, and I thanked him profusely for this. I was going to New York with some of my friends from the show, my co-host and a couple of other folks. And this was that infamous Source Awards that Suge Knight got up on stage and said what he said about Puffy and the East Coast. I originally was supposed to get some passes to get in there from another record rep, but he flaked out, basically. I would name him, but I don't do that.
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that.
But I will name Fatman Scoop because we're in New York scratching and like, how are we going to do this? And I just said, hey, we'll just show up and I know I can just get us in. We just act like we belong there. The cats that was with me didn't want to take that chance. They didn't want to get kicked out. So I called Fatman Scoop up at the last minute and he was able to get 3 passes for us to be backstage.
Y'all, he still
Nice.
got the pass at the
And I
house.
still have it to this day.
He real with the love.
So when Suge Knight made that announcement on stage, I mean, the tension backstage was just unbelievable. And I mean, I couldn't have been there if it was not for Fatman Scoop. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that.
Awesome.
Right.
Didn't have to do it at all. But he did it, and he did it happily, and I always appreciated him for that. So when, like you say, both of you have said, when the pandemic came about and we were all stuck inside looking for something to do, and I saw him on, I was like, I need to reconnect with this brother.
Right.
So that's how all of that happened.
If I didn't, I really don't know what I would have did without him during the pandemic. I didn't go outside for
Yes.
a year and a little bit over a half, but I didn't go outside. I didn't. I went to the grocery store, things that were a necessity, but I didn't go outside. Scoop
I
was,
feel
I
or
see.
you.
sensible ignorance was life. It was.
Yes, it was.
Indeed.
So dope, because when I wasn't on Sensible Ignorance, then I was still talking to other people from Sensible Ignorance. I still do talk to people every day because of Sensible Ignorance. Every day.
And that's the
Yeah.
beautiful thing. It became a family of people who some hadn't met each other. Some met each other after the fact, after meeting, them online on Sensible Ignorance and on his show. And it's beautiful because it's a community. It's a group of people that I mean, I'm just honored and privileged to be a part of it and to have gone through all of that and just been able to actually hear this man do what he loved to do. I mean, he loved to talk. He loved to let other people talk and just give people an opportunity to do their thing. Whether it was a couch or or what have you.
That was crazy.
It's so crazy. We have so many memories with Scoop from watching him live. We have so many memories with him. And what makes me happy is how he connected us all together. Like, I wouldn't have known y'all had it not been for Scoop. I wouldn't have probably
Facts.
ever met Shanito. He all the way on the West Coast. We know people from Africa. We know people from Japan. We know people from England, all because of Scoop.
And see, I was hoping Abiola would get on here because I did some research and I think Abiola knew Scoop way before the lives.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
I don't know.
Well, somebody named Abiola interviewed Scoop back in 2010 for a Madame Noir magazine article.
Really?
Yeah.
didn't know that
See,
either.
I do my research.
You know, Abiola, our Abiola, he's from Africa. So was
Yeah.
that person
Yes.
from Africa?
I don't know. I couldn't find out where they were from. I didn't get that info. So, well, I'm gonna look into it.
He always investigatory. He investigating.
Oh, I
And we
wanted
got one
color
more-
in honor of Scoop too, because y'all know Scoop like the neon colors.
He liked the bright colors. Yes, he did.
Lord have mercy, especially the fitted,
Yes.
the Under Armour. Show his musculars.
Now we got Miss Yasmin on. I don't know the sensible ignorance name, but you're the only other one with the video up. So we're gonna come to you. How are you doing? Give us your take on Fatman Scoop.
I've actually got one of his shirts here. He was kind enough to let me wear it one time, and I never ended up giving it him back. So I'm glad I've got that now.
I remember that one too. I remember that one.
And it's again one of them neon color ones.
We were just talking about it. That neon highlighter, lime green, yellow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's now mine. But yeah, I met Scoop on Clubhouse during the pandemic because I was following the rapper, the game. And the game used to have these groups on Clubhouse. And one time, Fatman Scoop just came in the group and he was just shouting. He's like, Fatman Scoop, Crooklyn Clan. And I thought it was so funny. It was hilarious because everyone was just talking very chilled. And then you just had Fatman Scoop screaming. And I ended up putting it on my story saying that Fatman Scoop is so funny. And then from there, he was like, come and join the live. And then from there, I just started watching the live and then became a part of the Sensible Ignorance. And it was, it was a really good community that I'm happy to be a part of now.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is so dope. He's when you think of a pillar of the community, you think of an auntie or an uncle, right? Well, to me, like Scoop was like the cool uncle, right? Like he was like everything. He had the good music. He always had some good food cooking up or whatever. It's just like
you got that uncle that's good on the grill and that uncle that's good to get the party started. Scoop,
he was both.
Scoop was both. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, we really need more of that in our community across the globe. He really, people cannot dumb down what he really accomplished in his lifetime. Even with just during the pandemic, everybody's saying that he saved us during the pandemic. Like, not putting him in the place of God, but like he really got us out of our heads. He really got us out of the dark places. We don't know. Oh, I'm about to cry. We don't know who could have been suicidal. Who could have been hurting? Hey, girl. I'm good. She broke up the monotony because my eyes welled up real bad.
I felt it coming. And I said, you know what? Let me get Nikki White jacket in
girl.
Here.
Oh, my goodness. Like,
I look crazy. I'm sorry. And listen, we all been going through it all day long.
no, girl, you look good. Everybody look good given the circumstances. I tried to put my little makeup on. But I was just saying that, like, just the pillars of the community, like, we have to keep that going. Like, it's not just the grandmas and the old folks that we say is just, passing away on us. Scoop represented what we need. Like, we needed somebody to say, it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter race, creed, color. Like, he lived that. Like, it was nothing nobody could take away from him on that. And he wasn't even looking for accolades. He was the most authentic person you ever want to meet. Like, he had his own style, his own fashion. Like, he didn't have to go to the Gucci store and all of that stuff and show out. He was real. He like, I make my own clothes. Like,
in a t-shirt, some sweatpants or shirt or shorts. And if he was on stage, that shirt was coming off.
oh my goodness.
One day I have to tell you about this. One day I saw Scoop in Harlem. I went to drop off his Sensible Ignorance jug. That man had on neon yellow shirt, neon yellow pants, and neon yellow socks. I was like, Scoop, what the hell you got on?
Yeah, he used to say that he'd buy his clothes at Walmart. That's what he used to say.
We were in Walmart with him, and he was buying clothes.
Yeah.
That's Scoop right there. I mean, in a nutshell, he was just that down to earth brother that is one of a kind. Definitely one of a kind.
For sure.
Nikki, you got to tell the people how you met Scoop.
When the whole pandemic started, one of my friends through a DJ group that I was part of was on Scoop's Live, and he was on there talking, and I was like, oh my God, it's Fatman Scoop. So I started following him, and then I started seeing that he was going live every day, and I just started logging on every day like a damn crack addict. I leave my fix every day at 6 p.m. And it was the best time that I was having of my life. And then after a couple of days, I said, let me press this join in the live button and see what happens. And I did, and that was it. That was all she wrote. And for the life of me, like you guys said, Scoop, he could find something in everybody. And I didn't think, and I still don't think I'm that interesting. I don't think I'm like the funniest person, or I don't know. I'm hard on myself, right? We're our worst critics. But Scoop found something in everybody.
Facts.
And he found something in you that you didn't even know you had in you.
Right.
Facts.
That is true.
And he brought that out of you. And that's what I'm going to miss the most. And I was talking to Shanti this morning, and we were just talking about how hard it has been, how hard it's going to be. And I was just saying to her, I texted Scoop last night, and I'm still sitting here waiting for him to text me back.
Mm.
And I was going to send a follow-up text after, what's going on? You okay? Of, like, dude, you can't go nowhere. You called me and cussed me out after I survived what I went through, talking about I ain't allowed to die. And here you are, your ass is in the upper room. You done left me.
Yeah.
And it's like sad, but it's funny at the same time, because you have to find the goodness, the funniness in all of it. You know what I mean?
True that. And I was telling the folks earlier the story about, after meeting him on the live again, of course, I had known him back when he was at Tommy Boy Records as well. Mm-hmm. But when I gave him the DAT machine that he needed to use to record some interviews and everything, and I got it back from him, I left it sitting in the box after I got it back. I didn't even check it to see if it was okay, because I knew that it was in good hands. I knew he was going to treat it as if it was his own piece of equipment. Right. So a couple of weeks later, I finally took it out of the box, and I was working on some beats, and I was getting ready to transfer them over. So I pushed the eject button, and there was a DAT tape still in there. Wow. He left one of his DATs in there that had a mix that he did some years ago, and we had been missing each other back and forth trying to connect so I can get this DAT back to him. He said, "I ain't worry about it, I'll get it from you." And it just, we never were able to connect, because you know how he was when he got back outside. He got outside
in real life.
Yeah.
He was in everybody's outside. It didn't matter if it was Australia, or over in Europe, over in Japan. I wouldn't be surprised if he would have popped up in Moscow.
Listen, and then we'll be right back in Charlotte and back in Jersey, wherever.
He was in Dubai. It seemed like every other day.
Absolutely. That's what I said. We need to take a trip to Dubai, because that seemed like that was his favorite place.
Right.
Indeed, yes.
Beautiful.
And the great
that's
thing
on the
about
bucket list.
that is every time he touched down in a state or a country and he knew somebody from Sensible Ignorance was there, he would let them know and tell them to come out and hang out with me.
Yep, for sure.
That right there is the secret sauce. Mm-hmm. That's the sauce. Like, it's no cat on this earth that can say they got the sauce, but Scoop. Like you were saying, like the piggyback off of Nikki, he will pull stuff out of you didn't know you had. That was the little sprinkle of sauce right there.
Yeah,
right.
And what I
like he had
the
it
most is that he was never too Hollywood for us.
Indeed.
Like once the world opened back up, he did warn us that his life is going to change. He's not going to sit here every night with us, even though we pitched the bitch and we screamed and kicked. He said, "I got to get my money."
He bought that dollar.
He still was him, and he still was true to us. Like Chance said, no matter where he was humble enough to hang out with us. Like what I will always remember, and I'm angry that I never took a picture. He came to see me after my accident in the rehab, and I cried like a bad. And he didn't tell me he was coming. He just popped in them neon yellow damn clothes with shorts he had on, and he just popped in, and he fussed at me for a little while, but he genuinely cared about me, and that I will cherish forever. Like I will never forget that. And I'm mad I didn't take a picture with him, because that would have been the last time that I seen him. But him just giving me a hug is all I need to remember him by.
True that. Yeah, he was. Oof.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Shanito.
Oh no, I was on mute. I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. I heard a voice. I'm hearing voices. Maybe that was Scoop.
Yep. Yeah.
Now hold on, sir.
Those are the things that we just have to cherish. The times that we did have with him, or the times that I did get to see him in person. I'm fortunate that it was more than once.
Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Miss Chrissy, she's always working. She was the first one in, but she still hasn't put her camera back up. So I know she's still probably trying to get folks
She
in.
putting that work
And
in.
I really want to get her take on Scoop as well. Who else do we have here? Anybody else ready? Just go ahead and turn your cameras on. I see we got three more. Miss Brigida,
Yeah.
Do you
Mika.
need me to leave out to let people in?
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
how
going
this
to
works.
leave because it's like almost 1 o'clock in England, but I just
Oh.
wanted to
Oh,
come.
thank you.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
thank you for
Bye,
joining
guys.
us. We appreciate you stopping through and giving us your take on our beloved brother Fatman Scoop. And treasure that hoodie. Keep it always, and I mean, you'll have a story to tell everybody, and
Yeah.
that is more precious than anything that these cell phones and social media can give to you. That you got something right there. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
don't ever get rid of that.
It's a
His
blessing.
signature Walmart shirt.
Yes. Well, we thank you for joining us from across the pond.
Across the pond.
Good night, kids.
Right,
Night,
take care,
yes.
everybody.
All right.
Good
Good
night.
night.
So Chrissy's texting me now. She said her phone is ringing a lot and she keeps getting knocked out of the live. And she also mentioned in the comment that Scoop brought out Square Biz for us.
I was
Oh,
just looking
yeah.
at that comment,
Yeah.
and I was gonna talk about that because for those who don't know, it's a rare thing, I think, to have a live on social media have a spinoff.
Yes.
And the spinoff was just as you mentioned, it was Square Biz, and the host of that were Shanta H, Nikki Whitechock, and Miss Tycoon Coalition, aka Chrissy, aka Otis.
Otis in there.
Yes, Otis.
Uncle
Oh,
Otis. Uncle Otis.
Uncle, oh yeah.
boy, Uncle Otis. Uncle
But
Otis gave him a
so-
run for our money.
wait, guys, though, wait. I don't mean to cut anybody off, but not only did he do Square Biz, but he also did the Green Room with Chrissy and I. Also.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot all about that one.
That
The
was
the
the
pre-show
Room.
before the
Yeah.
show, right?
Uh-huh.
The green room was the place to be right before Scoop.
Yep.
Before
Yeah.
Scoop. Yeah, I forgot all about that one. My bad.
That was the raw to get you ready. If you wasn't ready, you was gonna get ready.
So tell us how he got y'all into Square Biz.
Go ahead, Shanta.
I think that's really a Chrissy story because I think Chrissy brought it up. She brought the idea to us, and we was like, "Sure, we'll do it." But I really can't tell that story because I don't think I ever had that conversation with Chrissy.
All I know is y'all was outside.
Cool.
Y'all were meeting up and everything. I think y'all met up in what, Atlanta or someplace? Or
Yep.
He was everywhere.
Atlanta.
yep.
Atlanta and Miami. We went to Miami together. That's
And
where we
that's
met
right,
each other.
Miami. Chrissy is saying that she can't get in.
All right. Let
Interesting.
me come out so she can get in.
Well, no, we have a limit of 10, so we're good because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have 7, so we're good on the numbers. So it might be something on her end.
She's saying it's no camera. Her camera's not working. It's just sound.
Well, we could hear her voice. Come on in here, Chrissy girl.
Yeah, we can take the voice, and we got the face to look at. So let's just go ahead and put her up there so we can look at her face.
Smack dab in the middle.
Uncle
That
Otis.
ugly picture.
And that-
That's old Uncle Otis right there.
Hello,
Definitely Uncle
hello,
Otis.
hello.
we welcome you to the ChynaGroove Podcast, Chrissy, aka Otis.
I am Otis. From Fatman Scoop, that is how I got my name because I think like a 50-year-old man. So he said. But I am honored to be here with everybody and to see Shanta and Nikki again on the screen, all of us at the same time, all of us here. It's like that Scoop did that.
Yeah.
And Scoop, what happened, Nikki, I remember him having Shanta on a live, and then Nikki White Chalk came in. I said, "Who is this Nikki White Chalk?" And man, Nikki used to say the rawest stuff ever.
Every
And
time.
man, you couldn't put a muzzle on that girl, but she was just so funny and down to
Don't
earth
forget the hookah.
and
Don't forget
had
the
And
that
the
hookah.
hookah
hookah,
blow.
yeah.
Well, Scoop told us at the show, no, no, don't use a hookah, Nikki. You can't
Mm,
have the hookah. And Nikki
uh-huh.
said, shit, I got a hookah in my car, Scoop. We gonna smoke this damn hookah. She got a suit. She had the hookah in the center console of her car, burning
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
charcoal in her car. She was serious about that hookah.
Mm-hmm.
But she would blow that hookah and just talk and just be funny and crazy as hell. And
Yeah.
he just felt like the chemistry, or Shanta was the calm one,
Yep.
and she said Nikki was the crazy one, and I was really a man at the end of the day.
Mm,
So
mm, mm,
he
mm.
felt like
Looking
that
like a mom.
chemistry would have been awesome. So he did bring us
Indeed.
all together. He came to me and he said, y'all need to be on a show because y'all three together are funny, and we were
Mm-hmm.
there, and that started the Square Boo.
And
Yep.
see, that's the funny thing too, because he he knew talent. No matter where it was, what you were doing, he was a good eye for talent. Just period. It didn't matter what you did.
Yeah.
So to hear that he put you three together, knowing that you would hit it off because of your chemistry and all that, it absolutely positively does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, that was Scoop.
At all.
And then he would always pull
I
the
love.
best people,
And
with the
I'm
Shanitos
I'm
and
not
the
gonna say it, but
Larrys.
you
Is the lock skipping for y'all too?
Yeah. I was getting ready to ask,
Yes,
it's
yes, it is.
lagging. I thought it was my little cheap internet.
I thought it was mine
Is
too.
it still dragging?
No, it's straight now.
my multitasking skills.
Every time he try to cue something up, he trying to surprise somebody with a video or a song or something. It start going glitchy. Listen, I told him he need to get macked up over there. Come on, Android too. Yeah.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Not the Android.
Is it still doing
What?
it for you folks?
Or as Scoop would say, go lay on your Wi-Fi.
Don't come
Yeah.
from my
Definitely
Android
go
Go
lay on
lay
now.
your
on your
Wi-Fi.
Go lay on your Wi-Fi, son. Go lay on your
That's
Wi-Fi.
right, Nikki. Nikki. That's
Somebody
right,
need to sell
Nikki.
their Wi-Fi.
Lay
Go
on
lay
it.
on your
Lay on your
Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi.
Look, this is not.
Listen,
I
that's
am
what he
not.
would have said
I am
too.
not Teddy Riley.
You need to go in the other room and lay on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Lay on it. Is it better now? Stop typing
Yeah,
stuff
y'all
over
was
there,
clear.
Groove.
I had to send. I had to do something real quick.
Yeah, you guys sound better. They sound
Now I
better to
think he gonna
y'all.
lay on the Wi-Fi now.
Okay.
That's funny.
Awesome.
Okay. I did what I had to do. I'm done. But I actually have two laptops sitting here, but I had to do something on this one outside of what we were doing. So
Y'all see what I got?
Lord.
So I think what he was asking was, Chrissy, how did you meet Scoop?
Actually, I had met him briefly longer ago. Um, I had a salon in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and we ended up doing hair for the dancers of Missy Elliott. That was way back, and he was doing a remix. That was the first time I met him, and I didn't stay in contact with him. I mean, I had his number. I thought he was a funny guy. He was about the business and kind of. He didn't hang a lot with the people. He was kind of in and out type person. So I didn't really get to meet him then. And then again, just like everybody else, it's like during the pandemic, I followed him. Instagram came out years later, and I followed him on that. And then there was a couple things that we were talking about his voice on different shows and all kinds of industry stuff. But I never really dealt with him to that capacity until Sensible Ignorance. So once we got on Insensible Ignorance, I spoke to him briefly and we laughed and joked. And people would, the show was almost, and Nikki, I know Nikki and Shanta know, it wasn't scripted at all. That's what made it so
No.
great, is that
Nope.
it
So
wasn't
real.
scripted. but he would definitely hit us up and say, "Hey, I'm talking about this. Get on the show. I need y'all on the show." And like
Right.
I heard Shanta say earlier, you're sitting in your kitchen, minding your business, and he's gonna put your face on the screen, and you better pick it
Mm.
up. Um, and
Yep.
so if you got off the screen, oh, he was letting us have it at the end. Backstage, he was cussing us out.
Yep.
Hey, don't do
Yep.
that. Or sometimes he cussed us out on the live, so everybody could hear us say, "Oh, you just gonna hang up on me? You ain't even say bye."
Mm. And but wait, God forbid you don't show your face right away. Now he's telling you to show your face. Now he in the background. Well, what's that?
Yeah,
What's on top of your refrigerator?
Yes,
What's that on
yes.
your wall? What?
Who is
You
that
got
with
right.
you?
yeah.
Who
He
He
is
was
always
that in
in
the
your
like,
face.
house?
He was
"Who's that?
definitely
Who's
in your
that man?
business.
Who's that man behind you?"
Yes,
Yes.
that
Like,
man.
man,
What
Yeah, and
wrong
if
with that on the floor?
somebody hit him up on the back end on the DM or whatever, and had a problem with somebody else, he would take y'all to court too.
And he would take his
oh
phone
yes,
and put it up to the camera like
Show
this.
y'all receipts.
yeah.
He would have receipts for
Because
all
that
y'all.
time that I came on his live and I was playing a beat, he said, "Now what's that? What's that right there?" And I'm like, "What are you pointing at?" I didn't realize it, but he was looking at. I have an old amp that used to belong to my father.
I
He
remember
bought it
that.
from Korea. It's a Sansui AU 9500, and I mean it's a tube amp, and it still works perfectly fine. And he said, "You got that old equipment for?" I said, "Hey, this old equipment sounds
It
better than some of
works.
this new stuff."
He loved the 1900s equipment.
Yeah.
The
Love
1900s.
it. Yes, that's what the
I don't know
children
if
say.
y'all know it. Scoop had just brought a new judge robe to start his show,
Yes.
Sensible
Yep.
Ignorance again.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
Yes,
Because we've been getting
I think
on
I
them.
remember him posting it.
Because
Yeah. I don't.
we needed Push and Renee to go to court.
Yes,
Yes.
We was getting ready to have
that's who brought it.
the
Oh
court of the
my
sexual.
gosh.
Lord have mercy.
I think I remember checking in on that one, and I'm not gonna lie, things usually don't get me like that, but that got a little too yeah for me.
Crazy.
He was a
Too
little,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like, are they having relations? Or like, what is going on here?
And that's why we
I
needed
did
that
make
court
one
date.
comment though. I said I thought Push had a girl though, but anyway, I'm
That's not your business.
and I left it alone.
And that, my friends, is sensible ignorance right there.
But
At
Shanton,
its
you know what? I don't.
finest.
I don't know that that was really a judge robe. I really think that that was his choir robe from church.
When he would go in there and sing his Petty Pendergrass song.
He used to do
Oh
the
my
remix
God.
on "My Eye Is on the Sparrow." That
And
was the
see, that's
remix
a
robe.
perfect segue. And excuse me, Jai Guns, for this, but we also have Mr. Jai Guns in here. I know you've been sitting in the waiting room for a little minute, and this brother right here is talented in his own right.
Yeah.
And he deals with a lot to be what he is, and it's like it's not. I didn't even realize he was, and I'm sure he will tell you what he is and what I'm talking about when he actually has a chance to talk when I shut up. So once
Yeah,
again,
do that.
welcome, Mr. Jai Guns. You've been patiently waiting. What's going on?
Hey, Jai.
Hey,
Hey,
Jai.
John.
Oh, can't see me.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
We can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
We can hear.
Okay,
Yes,
what's
sir.
going on, y'all? I'm sorry.
Hey.
Hey,
No,
I
it's
just
all
wanted
good.
to say, today is a very, very humbling day for me now, because like literally woke up this morning. I was late waking up at noon. I had been working most of this week early because I got sick on Wednesday, but it's a lot going on for me for the most part. And I'm just trying to say the most that I can say about this whole situation, because now I know, and for all the people that we have in this room, to the people outside this room listening in it, everything, it's insane, but it's beautiful at the same time, because we just had so many people speak so much and so highly of a great man who just really came into our lives at a time when we didn't have a whole lot of nothing to do. And he really gave us more than just that. He gave us connections, people, You know what I'm saying? Like I've been sitting in my room that year, didn't even know what to do. That whole thing had me frozen. I was pretty much trying to do what I could do with the music. I had beat of the week things going on, and shout out to all my people that I met through that. And I submitted a song to him, and that's how it happened. All of a sudden, I'm on a show with him, and now he wants me to be a movie reviewer. And I never understood where he came from that, but we got the joke all that day.
Wow.
It's beautiful. And
Yeah,
and damn it, if I ain't gonna miss this man, I'm not gonna say nothing else. But I'm just gonna miss this man because this man was so much to me, inspirationally and in the music. It created the person that I never thought I could be. You know what I mean? I didn't think I had it when I lost my sight in 2014. I gave up on everything. When I submitted that song to him, it changed my life. It made me more inspired. I created so much more music that I'm still waiting to get together and put out right now. It's like,
that's what's up. He had a way of doing that, and we spoke about it earlier. I don't know if you caught us talking about it, but Scoop was just that brother that was in the industry that it didn't matter where you came from. It didn't matter what you did before. You could have been a grocery store clerk, and if you came out with something hot or you had some talent, he was going to give you some advice. You better listen to that advice. You better take that advice to heart, because the man knew what he was talking about. Not only did he know what he was talking about, but he knew how to inspire, like you just said yourself. He knew how to bring things out of people that even they didn't realize that they had. They might have thought they had this or could do that, but he just solidified it just by his positivity. Or even if he did give you some kind of a negative comment, it was in such a constructive way that you had to take that to heart and then grow from that and be the best that you could be. You know what I'm saying? And that's what everybody that I've spoken to about him loves about the man. And I don't want to, I want to take this time also to give shouts out. You can't see the comments from these folks, but we have a lot of folks joining us on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. We've got, so many people. Missy J. Ayuk, Brown Lily. We've got Shady Biz Eyewear, Miss Billy checking in. Peace and blessings to you. We've got Brown Eyes 001961, Sarah Lynn 42, Brown Eyes, I already said. The King Plan.
The Carpio's in there.
King Plan said a Fatman Scoop gospel remix would be wild. Yes, it would.
Wow. His eyes on a sparrow.
We definitely thank all of you for joining, and it's very humbling to have been in the presence of this brother, and it just goes to show you his heart and his presence will be forever felt. So Jai, I think you ended up moving at some point, didn't you?
Yeah. I moved the block over from where I used to live. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more freedom, but I'm about to get the hell up out of here too. So you know how that goes.
I thought it was a big move.
A little more focused. Yeah,
okay, gotcha. I thought it was a big move, out of state or something.
It was it was a shift. I'm completely talking about getting the migration relocation back up here to this area, because she's doing some things with her job, and she's about to go mobile with her job. So I'm gonna be like, if she can get mobile with her job, she's moving back here.
Gotcha. And I bring that up because, now correct me if I'm wrong, for those of you who know, Scoop moved out of New York, didn't he?
Yeah,
he moved to Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
He was always incognito. He was everywhere. We was never there.
Yeah,
He sure was all the time.
Everywhere. Like,
for real.
What? It's a mountain behind him.
He was never in the United States. So
Indeed.
True. And now, because he used to live in the UK actually, so I definitely believe that.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a man of wherever he was going to call it home, and he was going to find a club and make it live.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. That's
anybody else in the green room waiting?
We've got a few more that have been in there, but I don't see any photos. But I'm going to go ahead and, so Calvez, Mika, and Brigida, go ahead and get ready because I'm getting ready to throw y'all in there. Here you come. Here you come.
Let's go. His eyes.
Hey.
Come on in the room, y'all. Don't get me started. Y'all know I sing it.
Wifey can sing.
Y'all say sing, I sing it. Hello.
We are doing well.
Hi.
I met Scoop and I'm trying to, my camera won't work right. I don't know what's going on. I met everybody, as everybody is saying, during 2020. My deepest condolences goes out to everybody. My love, my peace, my strength, because I woke up this morning. I was supposed to go somewhere, and I'm like, it took me 2-3 hours. And I'm like, who is this on my phone? What is going on? Why are they doing this? And when I looked, I just couldn't help but cry. I'm a big crybaby. I've never came on. I've talked to Scoop. I've talked to everybody, and I'm just a soul that is wondering and grateful to be here. Grateful that Scoop crossed my path. Grateful that he put people in my life. We have to understand and accept the fact that absolutely nothing happens by accident. His assignment was done.
Jesus.
It hurts to my core that I never saw him and I never came on, but I wasn't supposed to. But I received so much from being in those comments, from being in those rooms. Tycoon used to do the what do you call it? The when we sang and
the karaoke.
And I would be in there and I get ready, then I fall asleep and I'll be like, wait a minute, wait. And then she stopped doing it and I'm like, hold up, I needed to get my turn. But it's so many times that you were going through so much in your life and people don't even know how they lift you up, how they touch you.
Never see it coming.
Oh my God.
See it coming. You never see it coming.
I first got into the ignorance group, and he was like, well, who's bothering you? Tell me. And he would always be there to take up for you. It didn't matter whether you was right or wrong. He was going to see to the justice being done.
Yes.
And
now I remember.
Let me say this before I forget.
Go ahead.
In my heart and in my spirit, this morning, he is smiling and laughing because he is happy. He feels us. He's with us right now. Just keep looking and you all will know and you'll see. Mark my words.
I felt that.
Absolutely.
Got chills. Woo.
Hallelujah.
And I was talking earlier, and when I heard the news, it was shocking at one point, but then I thought about it. This man is the undisputed king of the clubs and the stage, and he went out doing what he loved doing best.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Hyping up a crowd and not only just hyping up a crowd, but he was doing it at a free FREE show. These people didn't have to pay to see greatness and to experience this brother, and they just
they watched his last moment. Greatest
he told everybody put their hands up. That's what really gave me the cold chills. Was like he just told everybody throw your hands up.
Yes.
That was reverence to God on his behalf. Like this is so deep. Like
I gotta put my hand up to Scoop.
Everybody
right
put your
now.
hand up
I
for
gotta,
Scoop. Like
because he is definitely up there looking down on us, and he is just saying, "Sensible ignorance crew, carry on my legacy." That's
it. That's it.
I know it.
Bro, I just got to my family's house.
Yes, sir.
Can you please play "Be Faithful" for us before I get off?
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do. You know what? How you came in a little late. I'm gonna play this again because I like playing it.
He played the
song
joint.
has been taking me out all morning, all day.
I've been crying all day, y'all. I'm serious.
Me too.
Crying all day. You got the energy.
I can't. It is so crazy right now, yo. Like I just can't, man. That man always found a way to keep me rolling in my life, no matter what. If he made me laugh in a way that I just was like, "Fool, you crazy? Just because I'm blind, I can do more than you think, man." It made me laugh, and then he never like the funniest thing because the last thing I remember when I was live with him, I'm like, "Yeah, I work at Amazon now, so I've been there a year this month." So it's like, come on, fam. Like, what you mean? What do I know how to do? What can I do, fam? I'm making packages go from one place to another, bro. Don't matter how I get there, they get there, right?
They getting there, right?
I gotta be able to do something, man. But I
Oh
loved it
man.
though. It was beautiful. He was such a beautiful person, and I just wish I'd have had a time that he could have came around and seen me like he seen you guys, because that was the one thing I'm still waiting on that $600 stick he was talking about. Yeah, I want that GPS on that bitch. I'll find my way around anywhere with that bitch. I'm saying.
He could find some stuff on Amazon.
Word.
Well, out of respect to Shanito's request, I'm gonna play a version of it. I don't want to really get flagged and have this taken down, but I'm gonna play this real quick.
We do not own the rights.
Stop the music! Stop the music! Stop everything! Let me explain who this is and who you listening to and who you rocking with right now. My name is Fatman Scoop, the undisputed voice of the club, the two-time Grammy Award winner. Let me put the official stamp on that. Fatman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, and right here, right now, we're about to bring the man and wife in this building the proper way the first time. They met in 2005 when he worked on The Wire at a cast party and she was a hairstylist. 4 years later, ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the first time as husband and wife, I now give you Kimia Washington and Derek Washington. Here we go. Welcome them into the next part of their life. Let's go. Bass drop, bass drop, bass drop, bass drop, bass drop, bass drop. Oh, 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 oh.
That's so dope.
Here we go now. Man and wife now. 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 Thomas family, make noise. Washington family, I can't hear y'all. Thomas family, make noise. Washington family, I can't hear y'all. Thomas family, make noise. Washington family, I can't hear y'all. If you ready got married, be quiet. If you ready got married, be quiet. If you ready got married, be quiet. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Oh, oh, oh. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we go now. Here we go now. Man and wife now. Here we go now. Oh, oh. Here we
We
go
love you,
now.
Scoop.
Definitely.
Yes,
Love
yes.
you, Scoop, like you would not even believe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We love
Yeah,
you, baby.
same for
I could just hear him saying, "Y'all stop all that crying."
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right there, like in my
Earlier
spirit.
today, I got
He
a
knew I
phone
was a
call
crybaby.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a phone call today?
I got a phone call today from somebody in the sensible ignorance community. I'm not going to say their name because they might not want me to know, but they just called me hysterically crying. Like they
Oh.
could not stop crying. And the only thing I was able to say is, what would Scoop tell you to do right now?
Right
How-
on.
That's it.
How would he expect for you to respond to his death? Of course, initially when we get that news, we're gonna be traumatized. But after,
Yeah.
Right.
you know how Scoop was. He'd be like, come on now, brush that off. I need you to get yourself together. So That's what I've been saying to myself all day. What would Scoop expect from me today?
Let's all ride on that. I'm definitely taking that with me. Thank you for sharing that,
Yeah.
because that's enough right there to keep you from staying in that place of sadness.
Yep.
Because it wasn't nothing sad about him, even when he was in the
Nah.
hospital. Like, he
Nope.
did
Oh,
not
what?
let anything get him down. Even if he felt down, he would just come on live and just be like, look, this what's going on. This what it is. This how I'm feeling. I can't stay on here long, but look, we can rate crack up. We can rate laugh. We can rate crack on people. We gonna listen to some people, good, bad, and ugly, share their talent and just be a family. Like, there's so many people that don't have family that are not close to their own family that became close in the group.
Indeed. Oof. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here.
Don't you dare apologize. He's too much joy for us to be sad. We're celebrating him. We're celebrating
Yeah.
his life. You know,
Celebration.
Don't let him get you right
Right.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have me walking out the back door right now. Just
Yes.
dismiss yourself out the back door.
Yes, right.
Right after.
Let yourself out.
Ooh,
Come on now. Come
Miss
on
J,
now.
UK said he even came on the show with a hole in his big toe. Like, he kept it real with us.
he's definitely kept
Yeah.
it real. Yes.
He kept it so real with us. Like what? Did you just
And
say,
you know
sir?
what?
Hold on.
You know what's so crazy? Like, we know each other on Instagram. Like, when those names pop up, we know each other. But if you didn't come on the live, we could walk past each other and we won't know who we passing at that moment.
Exactly.
And that's a blessing, because we didn't need to know the person personally in order to connect on sensible ignorance.
Right.
True that. And it was sometimes there was a love-hate relationship with some folks on there that just came on there to antagonize, but that was all part of the name said it all. It was sensible sometimes, it was ignorant sometimes. So,
Yeah, to be
you
honest,
knew what to expect.
And transparent, when the chat came up this morning, I was like, who's starting up an old chat again? Like, what's going on? I can't even get in the chat because somebody done blocked me on the chat. Like, what's really going on here? Like, like, is that real?
She didn't realize that I had added her to it because, she had a client this morning bright and early at 7 a.m. and not too long after she left, that's when, and I was the same way. All of a sudden my phone just ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And when I looked at it, I just, even before KVJ came out with the statement, there were a couple of things that he said that let me know that Scoop was no longer with us. I just kind of felt it. I didn't want to feel it, but
Yeah.
I read the room, and there was, I can't think of who it was, but someone said to him, can you please stop typing? And that told me he's typing a lot of stuff. And he was waiting for as many people as possible to come in. And I said a prayer, and I didn't want to hear what was coming next, but when I heard it just hit me in a way that someone passing has not hit me in quite a long time. And it's just the realness of that brother. And Scoop, I'm gonna look right at the camera. I love you, brother, because you were the real one. The music industry was blessed to have you, not the other way around. Because no matter what you went through, whether it was the drama at Hot 97 when you ducking fights and doing this, that, and the third up there, or it was the industry 4080 industry people are shady, except for Scoop. It was honorable for you to be the same person that you were when you started as when you left this earth.
Yes, indeed.
And that is something that is very, very, very difficult to do in life, let alone in life and being a big part of the music industry. I mean, he'd tell you in a minute, Harlem. You know, he was with some of the greats. I remember when Crooklyn Clan came out. I had the vinyl. I remember when they pressed up some things, and you know, I had some test pressings and things like that. And it's one thing consistently throughout his career that stayed the same was his energy level. He was always energetic.
Like how though? Somebody just put in the Instagram comments that he was losing weight and everything. I want to, you know, we need to have a talk about that. We need to have a sensible ignorance family talk about that because, you know, with diabetes, I'm battling diabetes myself, and we struggle going up and down with our weight and stuff like that. You know, the elders used to tell us, you look healthy when you healthy, you know, like, but they tell us, you know, as a Black community, if you're 10 pounds overweight, you're obese, you're morbidly obese and things of that nature. So we fight and we fight. Oh my God, we fight so hard.
I'm sorry, I'm reading another comment. Miss J UK said, who remember when Scoop had one too many gummies?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was the pizza for me. It was the pizza.
Oh, he loved pizza.
We really need to have a talk about, you know, health and weight and things of that nature because, you know, the ignorance juice was really the cure, right? We was like, he's drinking this because he got to drink
cinnamon water, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
right.
Tell us about it, Shanta. Like for real talk. Like it was working.
That's what he boiled his cinnamon water. I forgot what else he put in it. He did a show on that too. I have to go back.
He did
that big pot out back.
Every week he would boil all of the cinnamon water and put it in different gallons and have it for the entire week. That was his sensible ignorance juice.
He did that.
Yes.
Miss J UK is killing it. Yeah, she said when Scoop tried to help Levante with his 2 diabetes.
Type 2 diabetes.
It's type 2.
I think he said he had 3 and 4, right?
Yeah.
He over there eating sausages. He like, man, you can't eat that.
I was watching a lot today with him and Levante. He was saying a prayer for Levante, and he was like, please, God, keep away from the Ruffles and the Lays and the Snickers. Everything.
I swear.
I gotta try to pray.
That's crazy. But
He'd be like, in the name of Jesus Christos.
Oh my God. Scoop was truly the glue for everything.
He was praying for real though. It was funny, but he was really sincerely praying for us. Like, right? That's love.
That is love.
It is.
He was trying to tell Levante how to say the y nombre, you know the Spanish.
En su nombre es Cristo.
His nombre es Cristo, and every time he said it, and he didn't miss a beat or make one mistake.
Oh my goodness.
L. John Adams said he was going to have a versus diabetes with Levante.
Oh my God. Type 1 versus type 2.
Yeah.
Right.
See, the sensible ignorance lives on, and
the legacy is real and true.
The legacy is real, yes. I'm sure he realized it, but that just, again, is another sign of the type of brother that he was and type of person that he was. He affected so many lives in such a positive way, but if you asked him, he wouldn't take credit for that. He wouldn't take it's just him being him. Plain and simple.
Right back to you.
And he was one of those rare cats that, and I remember watching his show, Man and Wife. I caught a couple of episodes. Everybody thinks that when that was on, oh, he just acting for the camera. No, that brother was really like that.
Now
we know.
Yeah, I saw that. Now,
yeah.
That faithfully, and then when I finally met him, I was like, damn, he the same way he was when he was on Man and Wife.
I was trying to get the gentleman on. I don't know if you guys remember this, but when he was talking about his show Man and Wife, he gave credit to one person individual for helping him out, a guy by the name of Stuart Tucker Lundy. And the gentleman, he's paraplegic. He's in a wheelchair, and I've reached out to him several times before, trying to get him to be a guest on the podcast. We just haven't been able to work it out. But I really wanted to get him on too, because I know he has a lot more insight into the life of Fatman Scoop, because he was very instrumental in helping Scoop get that show at the time. And I remember Scoop just singing his praises, and after I've talked to him a few times, I mean, he's like Scoop. I can see the resemblances. He's down to earth. He's a brother that, even though he's been through some things, he still keeps doing what he can do, and he does it very well. So I mean, his legacy lives on through a lot of people, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely the evidence of God in his life, though. I just got to say that before we even go any further. Like, people can go to church or whatever your belief is, whatever your practice is, whatever you call God or your higher power in your life. Like, it's one thing to read scriptures, memorize scriptures, and somebody teach you and talk to you about it, and you can say verbatim what you're supposed to do. But to live it, he lived it. Like, throw your hands up, like give a praise up right now, because I'm out, like, for real, like in real life. And like this week, we've been in Bible study. On Thursday, we talked about your rest in God. Like, and it's no coincidence that was the subject, because it's a true place of peace in life. Not your rest in peace, but a peace in life, when you can say that you are trusting in God and that he's doing everything. Like, you're walking in your destiny, you're walking in your purpose, you're touching the lives of others, you're helping people, you're a giver, you're kind, you're real, authentic, you correct where correction need to be coming, like, and you just, know how to suffer without complaining, like. No complaints at all, like real life.
So the King Plan put the entire saying on Instagram.
Uh-oh, here it goes.
En el nombre de Cristo y del Espíritu Santo.
Say it again. Say it 5 times real fast.
Good looking out, King Plan. Good looking out.
I'm going to say something. I'm going to leave. I'm just going to say 2 things before I leave. Nikki says she apologized. She swiped left and got lost. Then she had to do something. And then 2.
Okay. Love you, Nikki.
Scoop and I always talked about, well, he spoke to a couple of people, but we talked about putting together the cruise. And last I spoke to him, he said that he was working on it. So, like, basically, fall your ass back. So, I don't know what happened with that, but I'm going to try to execute that.
Someone needs to connect with the Fatman. The person who runs the Fatman Scoop travel gang might have some info on that.
I'm going to speak to KVJ, but if I can help it, I want us all to be on a cruise next year, this day, so we can celebrate a 1-year anniversary for Scoop.
Yes.
That sounds like a plan. Definitely sounds like a plan. Again, a chill.
That's a crazy party right there, though.
That is going to be,
Listen, where is security? I'm going to need security.
We're going to need one of them large cruise ships, because it's going to be rocking.
Yes.
And some black couches.
Indeed.
And Shad to bring us some ignorant.
Can we get the captain to make a pit stop over there in Africa?
It's crazy.
So
I wonder if Abiola still has that couch.
Love you, Shanta. Thanks for coming on the show.
Definitely, Shanta. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your words on our beloved brother Fatman Scoop, and definitely keep us informed. I mean, we're part of that group, so anything that anyone comes up with, and that goes for anything that has to do with any kind of get-togethers or anything like that. Let's see if we can make that happen, because we need to make sure that what Fatman Scoop started does not stop now.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the best way that we can honor him, is to continue his legacy in all that we do, all that we say, and all that we represent.
Yes.
Because that Scoop would have said, Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. That's for you, Scoop. We love you. We love you. What more can we say? What more can we say?
Wow. Thank you all for joining us.
We love y'all.
We definitely appreciate each and every one of you for spending some time in this time of that we're all kind of grieving the loss of our brother. What can I say more about this man? He is and will always be the one individual that could get that party started, and I'm sorry, I might lose my DC card for this, but I know another hype man, DJ Cool. When DJ Cool says that Fatman Scoop is the undisputed king of the clubs and best hype man, then it's definitely certified, because DJ Cool is no slouch himself. And since Cool said it, I'm going to say it out loud and proud too. Fatman Scoop, you were the one and the only man that it doesn't matter what the content was, the song, you could take it, remix it, make it yours, make it live for the clubs, and you could take a club from Japan to Australia to Seattle to Canada to South America, anywhere, and turn it up and out. That is a very, very rare talent that, especially in this day and age, you go to a club, you go to a show, you see people like this. They got their phones.
But hold up, somebody said don't forget the Jaws music. Every time something was getting ready happening.
Jaws.
Dun-dun.
But when you went to a Fatman Scoop show,
Dun-dun.
people were dancing, people were jamming, they were putting their hands in the air, they were having a great time. You didn't see people just standing there, and it was obvious that this man could get it going, period, and keep it going.
Listen, moment of silence. Y'all better throw y'all hands up every morning when you wake up and give thanks to the Lord for everything that we have. Y'all better make sure that y'all remember how to get it hype, how to get the party started. Make sure you live your life to the fullest every day. And remember what Shanta said tonight. If you get to a dark place, like when you first started being quarantined during the pandemic, think about what would Scoop tell you to do in this moment. Think about that. Think about what Uncle Scoop, Fatman Scoop, the godfather of hip hop, the hypest ever to do it, the one who told us to throw your hands up. Throw your hands up. Everybody throw your hands up one time for Scoop. You already know what it is. Wait a minute.
I had to throw that back in there real quick.
We're gonna put you off the show because you keep going to the sad note. We not going off of this show sad, y'all. We gonna celebrate. Dun it. I'm putting Groovegram off his own Instagram, y'all, cause he gonna have me looking crazy. I don't got no voice or nothing. Like, it's crazy. It's unbelievable. So many mixed emotions. I know everybody has, cause it's like you laugh until you cry, and then you start crying, and then you start laughing when you think about the funny stuff. It's just like
Scoop was for the culture, of the culture. He was the culture. He will forever be the culture of hip hop. He embodied it. He lived it. He represented it. He knew the history of it. And Harlem history runs deep. I remember when he was on with TL Cross. He also had Breakbeat Lou. He definitely gave them their props, and they gave him his props as well. And on that note, I mean, there's not much more we can say. I'm going to just let the music do the talking.
thanks y'all for watching.
We
love you all. We love you all.
We love you all. Scoop.
Rest in peace, Fatman Scoop.
Rest well, my brother.
Put your hands up. Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up.
Dance around your house like crazy in honor of Fatman Scoop.
Throw your hands up.
The PZ Show, no problem. He says, thank you for this, guys. We really appreciate it. I appreciate appearing and speaking my piece. Miss that man and will never be the same, but he is forever with us.
Forever, forever, ever,
The
forever.
King Clan. Scoop
Forever,
is the only
ever.
dude he knows that loves his city as much as I love mine. Definitely.
Long live Scoop.
Miss J UK, thanks for this fab memories of Scoop. You are definitely welcome. Thank you for joining in on us.
Yeah.
Whew.
Throw your hands up. Everybody, throw your hands up. Let's go.
Brown Lily says, thank you guys for this. Appreciate you. We appreciate you all. Shanta H says,
Forever.
I love you, Scoop.
Ever, ever.
Much
Long
love
live
to you
Scoop.
all. Appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get on out after this. But before we do, let's have a fade to black in honor of our brother, Fatman Scoop.
It's a wrap. 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 It's a wrap.